Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Odell. I'm in my office. I'm normally not dressed up like this, but I'm coming from a speaking engagement. And if you're watching this inside of our Getting On Paid community, welcome. If you happen to be somehow coming across this another way, welcome to you. There's some people that ask me, Odell, why do you call your speaker group Get Known? Why is that? And the reason why is because getting known is it. The reason why you want to get paid speaking engagements is so that people know you and they know your message. But in order to get paid speaking engagements, people have to know you and know your message. So it's all about getting known. And that for me was a game changer. Many times when you come into this space and you come into this business, you have a bleeding heart for people. Maybe you went through some sort of trauma that you want to help people avoid, or maybe something in your life, there was an obstacle or something, and you wanted people to avoid that thing. And so you're positioned as a helper. And whenever you position yourself as a helper, you believe that everybody wants help. And everybody does want help, but they don't necessarily want help from you or your kind of help. And when you experience that obstacle, it hurts. It hurts. And so the main reason why you're in this program and the main reason why I want to get to you as best as possible, as best as I know how, is that the more people that know you, the more people that can pay you. And so, in order to do that, how do we shift our mind from just being a helper to an entrepreneur? How do we shift from being a helper to an entrepreneur? And the way you do that is to get comfortable with these two things. These two things are very simple. These two things are also things that we in our program help you get. Without these two things, you won't get booked. Period. And these two things, I'm going to put them on the screen: invitations and momentum. Invitations and momentum. In order to get paid to speak, you have to get comfortable with inviting people into your space. Would love to hop on a call with you. Would love to share some information with you. I invite you on this. I invite you to this. You got to get comfortable with that. If you don't get comfortable with inviting people, people won't come. And you always have to keep in mind that most of the people that you invite won't come. We run webinars every week. Some of you watching this might have seen some webinars, maybe even signed up on a webinar, and that's why you're seeing this. The first week that we ran our webinar, 383 people registered. Only 50 people showed up. Most people, and these are people that actually, they registered. So it's kind of like when you send an RSVP for a wedding or for an event, and they RSVP back saying, yeah, I'm coming and I'm bringing 2 people and we getting the steak and the fish. Then you set a place for them and they don't come. That's the business. And that's something that you have to get comfortable with. Inviting people, knowing most of them won't come. You also have to get comfortable with momentum. Momentum is a real thing. Momentum is a law. Momentum, when something is going and going and going and going, nothing stops it. And that's, the law of inertia. An object at rest stays at rest unless it's forced on by another force. Unless it's pushed by another force. Same thing with momentum. Hey, you keep going, 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 you keep going. That's momentum. And with momentum, speakers speak. Speakers speak. If you are a speaker, you speak. If you're not a speaker, you don't speak. So the people that are looking to hire you, if they don't see you speaking, they don't think you're a speaker. Period. Now, a blind dog can find a bone every now and again. A broke clock is right twice a day. But if I don't see you speaking, I don't think you're a speaker. Or maybe, I don't know, because I got trust issues. So inside the program, for those of you that are watching this, I just want to encourage you, because inside of our program, we make it easier for you to make invitations. When you make invitations and you're meeting with people on a regular basis, that builds a semblance of momentum. At our events, for those of you that get on our certification track, for those of you that are, you get to speak, you get to meet people, all of that stuff. So it gets easier for you. And I assure you, no other program does this. Not yet. They haven't caught on yet. I'm pretty sure they will, as we're advertising and doing more. But right now, especially for the price point that our program is at right now, nobody's going to do it because it's a headache. It is a headache. It is so much easier for me to just stand in front of you and say, look at me, I'm amazing. And I can break down your presentation in 2 minutes, and I can do all this stuff and look at all of my team around me. So you know that I have money and you know I have influence. That's easy. That would be super easy for me to do. But I want you to win. And I mean that sincerely. So for those of you that are watching this and you're in the program, take advantage of it while it's here. Nothing lasts forever. And so I want to make sure, and I wanted to share this video in the group, because there's a law of inertia, of course. An object at rest stays at rest. But there's also the law of diminishing intent. The law of diminishing intent says that over time, desire loses its value. Over time, desire loses its value. So over time, you might intend, oh, I'm going to get in here and I'm going to crush it. I'm going to do all this stuff. But like we said on the web class, disruption always follows intention. So initially, when you would intend on doing something, that disruption is going to come. And let's say you fight past that disruption. Like, oh, I'm going to do it anyway. Then somebody's going to say no. Somebody's going to ghost you. So you have to be willing to push towards that with more invitations and build the momentum up so that continuously, people see you doing stuff. Even if it's as simple as you being in your office space, dressed up, taking a picture, ready to hop on virtual. Even if it's as simple as you going to LinkedIn with the contacts that we've put out there and adding them and saying, I would love to invite you to virtual coffee, virtual tea. Here's the intent of it. I only need 10, 15 minutes. Hey, by the way, I'll throw in some Starbucks. Invitations builds momentum, builds momentum, builds momentum. I spoke today at the Chamber of Commerce in North Carolina. They didn't pay me. I spoke today because I'm building a new offer and a new presentation for small business owners and companies. So I need that. There were maybe 10 people in the room. The organizers gave me testimonials, and somebody set up a call for me to potentially work with their team. There were 10 people in the room. That might not materialize to nothing, but they shared it on their Instagram. I shared that I was there on their Instagram. They don't know how many people were there. It doesn't matter. Man, Odell's out there speaking. Next week, or not even next week, tomorrow, I'm doing a webinar. I haven't done this before, but I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start doing a hey, look at all the people here, look at all the people here, all that good stuff. I'm gonna start doing that. Momentum. Dang, Odell's speaking again. Next week I'm gonna be in Florida speaking. Odell's speaking again? Wait a minute. How is he able to do all of that? He must be amazing. You can create that same thing. And we do it a lot for you in the group. Just make sure you plug in and lock in. And for those of you that maybe you're looking at this and you're not in our group and you're thinking to yourself, Odell, what are you talking about? I get it. You can go to coachingwithodell.com. If the offer is open, then you'll see it. If the offer is not open, then you won't see it. But either way, you can reach out to me via DM, via social media, however you're seeing this. And I can't wait to see you at the top, not from the top. Take care.